Welcome, welcome. Hello, everyone. Tonight we are going to turn this beautiful little chunk of walnut into a jewelry box. Stick around and I'll show you how.
What up, Math? How you doing? I'm good, dude. I'm good. Thank you.
Hey, welcome, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
What up, Mike? Let's sit for a second. What's up, Scoot?
Hey, Cedar, what's happening, dude?
This one here. This one we need to set aside. We got this one.
Just building these little boxes, dude, to get ready for that reggae show. I'm just gonna build a whole bunch of these little boxes for the reggae show, and hopefully people will wanna buy them. Yo, JMO, thank you for sending the roses, dude. Much appreciated. Thank you. anybody has any ideas on what I can use these offsets for, let me know. I have a bunch. All right, now it's time to glue these back together, guys. The fun part, dude, putting the puzzle back together. What's up, Kennedy? Welcome, dude. Trying to get the camera to reverse on this one, dude. It's not working. So. Anyways, get back to work. I can't spend too much time on that. Technical difficulty. All right, let's get to gluing. We we've got some thick CA glue, which we'll need. thought I marked. Okay, yeah, this is gonna go like that. Hmm. Just needs to sit for a second. That looks pretty fucking close. Pretty close. That is exactly it, actually. Exactly it. Dudes, I figured out a way to get paid to ride my motorcycle. So that's pretty cool. I ordered like a delivery backpack, like a food delivery backpack, and that should be here sometime this week. And I already have the DoorDash delivery app, so pretty soon, by the end of the week, I will be equipped to do motorcycle door dashing, which I'm pretty stoked about, dude. It's like literally getting paid to ride my motorcycle, and that's pretty awesome. Oh, damn it. Damn it, man. There we go. Yeah, kind of hard to lose money on a bike, though, dude. You know what I mean? And if it just pays for the gas for the bike and just pays me to ride around on my motorcycle, I mean, I go ride around on my motorcycle anyway. So I might as well be fucking picking up some food and dropping it off and getting a couple of bucks. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean, man? I did DoorDash a few years ago using my wife's car and made all right money, dude. It's hit and miss. It's kind of hit and miss, dude. You gotta know which orders to take and pass up on. But yeah, if anything, dude, I'm gonna get paid a couple of bucks to go ride my motorcycle around. So that's pretty much fucking living the dream as far as I'm concerned, dude. How else are you gonna get paid to ride a motorcycle? Except for to be like a motorcycle racer guy or something. Alright. Drawer's probably glue is dry on the drawer. Here's our drawer. Let's set this down. Start gluing up the other one. Here we have a little tiny one. A wee little box. That's a cute one, dude. Yes, it is. Yeah, I like it. I like that one. So first, let's get this glued on. What up, Mr. Bubba Johnson? Yeah, it's a cool little one, huh? It's a wee little one. Perfect, dude. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Excuse me for just a moment. The cool thing about using the CA glue for these is that it dries so quickly, or sets quickly, and you can keep moving along. It is a little bit better to use the wood glue because the wood glue can kind of move with the wood or whatnot throughout the seasons, but no big deal, bro. It's not that huge of a difference. Okay, yeah, this drawer needs to get sanded down to fit in there. Which happens, dude, because cutting this kerf here shrinks it just a tiny bit by the width of the blade, and then it makes it so you gotta sand your drawer just a bit to make it fit. Sometimes it'll still fit. Yeah, like this one. That's a cool little box, huh? Pretty sweet, dude. But we do have to glue the back onto this little one. And here's a little tip, dude. Because I cut this kerf right here, and it makes the back piece not fit on all as perfectly. So it's better to put your excess on the back piece low. You know what I mean? So instead of the excess sticking up at the top where it's rounded, have the excess sticking on the bottom where it's flat, and it's way easier to sand off. Way easier. 1,000 times easier. Let this dry. And you know what I was thinking, dude? I should make a couple more of these redwood ones. It's a Barney Rubble box. It is. It's a cute little box, dude. What up, Raspberry Hedgehog? Been a few days. Been a week or so since I've seen you, I think. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, so you know what, guys? I'm gonna actually cut a couple more of these cute little kinds.
Give me just a sec here, guys. What up, what up? Welcome, everybody. Yo, check that one out, dude. Oh, no. It wasn't done. The glue wasn't set. Oh, no.
Hey, happy Father's Day to all you dads out there, and to all you moms out there that were the dad as well, because you had to be. So, happy Father's Day, everybody. Everybody that dadded a kid, all you kick-ass stepdads, all you fucking biological dads that stepped up. Happy Father's Day, yo. Okay, this little thing's gotta be dry by now, dude. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's good. Very good. So now we have this little one. It's like a little igloo or something, dude. We got a little squeeze out, so I'm gonna grab a paper towel and deal with that, because super glue squeeze out sucks the sand off. Just get a good chunk of it off. Makes sanding a little easier. There we go, dude. There we go. There you go, Joe. Nope, that's the other one. It's this one. Bam, dude, fucking good fit. Good shot, if I do say so myself. Thanks everybody for hanging out while I build some stuff. I'm trying to get ready for this reggae show coming up. So I'm gonna try to just get a bunch of boxes made, I think. I have a couple other things made, but I realized that making stuff because I thought that's what people wanted to buy was a bad call, and I should just make what I want, because then I actually will come out into the shop and do shit. You know what I mean? But when I make stuff based for other reasons, then it makes me not want to come out here. It makes me not want to work. So What's the gallery? Somebody threw something in the gallery. We got roses from JMO. Yo, thanks, dude. Thank you, bro. What is that? Now we will glue the back on this one. It's going to look like this. Yeah, that's why I put a little mark. I put little marks everywhere as I go through to remind me where the pieces go. And it's certainly better than trying to like line up the grain to see what goes where. You just mark it, dude. Make it easy on yourself. Got some glue on there. Looks like my boy Shep Gold is live. I fucking love that guy. Get another little clamp at the top here. Just to tighten that up a bit. Just a wee bit. Set this guy down here. We can pop this piece out of the bondage. Andy, what up, dude? Happy Father's Day. I had a good day today, man. I chilled around the house. I didn't do a whole lot of chores. I just kind of hung out and relaxed, and then I went out for a nice solo motorcycle ride. Stopped by the farm stand down the road, see how they were doing. I'm gonna start putting together. Yo, look at this little box, Andy. It's a wee little box. All right, so. No. Yes. Whimsical little boxes here, dude. That's right, I just said whimsical, motherfucker. What you gonna do? Dang it. Man, tell you what with this one. There we go. This one is very likely done and clamped. Alright, that is definitely going to need some sanding to fit. But that's okay. We have sanding devices ready to go. Maybe if you got your little kid in the back of the car, don't have your shit so loud you can hear it from 6 blocks away, but that's just me, bro. There's a little lizard that keeps like running in and out of the garage over there. I think he lives right outside there. A little lizard homeboy over there. Go. This glue has hardened. Good, I hope it kills the spiders, bro. I hope it kills them. Those big spiders that were in here were something else, man. Normally I don't freak out about spiders. I get huge black widows in here. They don't really bother me, but those giant ones that are hella fast that like hunt, this one's bothering me, dude. I don't like the way they look at me. Way too many eyeballs to be looking at me. Oh, Scoot, I found another female woodworker. I know you were on a quest to find female woodworkers. Her name is Rainy Ridge. Raney. Rainy Ridge. She does woodworking. I'm serious, Andy. These spiders that I uncovered in here the other day were like unreal, bro. They were fucking unreal. They're like other spiders are scared of these spiders. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you're welcome, Scoot. I try to remember those when I see them because I know you're looking for them. So I'll be able to sell these. I'll be able to sell these redwood boxes for like much cheaper than the walnut ones. So people will have. Am I done gluing? I'm done gluing. So people will have options. You know, they'll have options. Yeah, the spiders were in here, dude. They were fast enough the camera couldn't pick them up. What up, Turning Merchant? I'm making some little redwood, little trinket boxes, bandsaw style. And we just got them all glued up, so we are ready to get to sanding on them. Oh, what up, Bluntax? Welcome, welcome. So yeah, so I have a bunch of these here. Glue is dry on this one. So we can release this one from the shackles. You never take me to Bangladesh. I don't know why I got that song stuck in my head, dude. It's catchy. It's a catchy little tune. I can't get it out of my fucking mind. Holy smokes, yeah. Brown recluse, not good. I don't think we have any of them here. This needs to get sanded down. But I've been bitten by a black widow when I was doing tree work, and that sucked, dude. That gave me I'd take a few days off work. It gave me crazy abdominal cramps, and getting bit by a black widow is not fun. Oh, thank you. I took a break from making these little boxes for a while, but I'm back. I got some walnut ones in there that need another coat of finish. I'm going to turn you guys over towards the sander once I get safety equipment going on, like a respirator. But also the hearing. Hey, thank you, dude. So I'm just going to point you guys over at the belt sander. I'll point this other platform's camera at the belt sander as well. I know none of the platforms like when you say the other name. The algorithm picks it up. Hella weird. You never take me to Bangladesh.
Hey, see you later, Turning. GRH, what's happening, dude?
I can only scale them up. I can only scale them up to as big as my bandsaw can cut. So they can be like, I think my bandsaw has like a 8-inch resaw capacity. So, yeah, so with that 8-inch resaw capacity, it could be however long, but like it can only be 8 inches, which most of your moms like. But yeah, these are cool little boxes, and I've been in here an hour and 15 minutes, and I've been able to bust out 4 of these. So if you're a woodworker, dude, you're gonna like this. I've been able to make 4 of these in an hour and 20 minutes so far, out of a redwood 4x4 fence post. So like, it's still gonna take me probably another hour to like sand these down, and maybe another hour and a half. But to sand these down and get a finish on them. But still, let's say it takes another hour and a half. That puts us at 3 hours total for 4 boxes completed. That's pretty good. Like, so, let's see. If we can get $40 a piece for these, what's that? That's $160 in 3 hours. So we could even sell these for less. We could sell these for $35, and that's $140 for 3 hours. That's not bad, dude. That's not bad. The fence post, I mean, this is just a tiny little bit of fence post that I cut up. You know what I mean? Yeah, so it's a good... What's up, Jake? You have some cedar logs you want to make a bat out of? Do you have any suggestions? I've never made a bat. But my guess would be that cedar is not a good wood for a bat. I think they use hickory for bats because cedar is very soft. Yeah, it's just a scrap post, dude. It's like just like literally just... Ow, fuck, that's a hell of... Look at that splinter, dude. Shoo! But... What up, Troy? So, it's basically, I made these out of about this much. This was a fence post left over for when I built my fence. Oh, they use ash for the... These ash for the bats? So, yeah, so this is from a fence post. And I'm estimating it's going to take me 3 hours from start to putting the final coat of finish on these things. Not counting the amount of time I take talking. If you want to do it for the look and not use it as a bat, you're going to need a lathe. You're going to need a lathe, dude. I've never wood turned. I don't have a lathe, so I couldn't advise on that. I'm sorry. So yeah, so little piece of scrap wood from a fence post. I was able to make 4 of these boxes. Cool little box. I like this one. Cool little boxes. We still need to sand these quite a bit. Yeah, no worries, man. Sorry I couldn't be of more help, Jake. So I still need to sand these quite a bit, but I like this. I like this little one, dude. This little one is the one, bro. Yeah, so 3 hours fence board. If I sell these, that means I could sell these for, what if I sold these at $30? That'd be $120 for like $3 worth of wood and 3 hours of work. Maybe a couple bucks worth of finished material. So that's still like $40 an hour, right? Wait a second, 30, 60, 120. Divided by 3, that's $40 an hour, dude. Yeah. So $40 an hour, just with a fence post. You need a bandsaw. And I'm gonna get to sanding these down more fine, you guys. And I think that these, I'm just going to sand these to 120. I'm going to go from 80 to 120. I had an 80 in there. There we go. So, cool little thing. They're easier to make than making the exact same thing out of the walnut. Like I have all those walnut ones I made. And those, they're harder on your tools. They take longer to sand and cut and everything, so they take much longer to do the walnut, plus the walnut's more expensive. So I wanted something to have on my table. Like I have the nice walnut boxes, but I wanted something a little more affordable, but still dope. And so I decided to make them out of the redwood fence post. Anyways, I'm going to get to sanding.
good night, Squid?
Yo, Tim, happy Father's Day, dude. So, what we got here is 4 little bandsaw boxes made from a fence post. So, I think those posts, what were those posts? Those posts were like $18 or something, or $15 for an 8-footer. I forgot. But yeah. So, fairly cheap material. you got a bandsaw, you can knock out. We're at 1 hour and 50 minutes, dude. So that gives us another hour to get a finish on these to hit the 3-hour mark. I think we can do it. All right, Tim. Good night, man. Thanks for stopping in. What's going on here? Oh, not like that. There we go. So we are going to glue a little piece in there. Oh, thanks, Mike. Hey, bro, are you interested in getting shirts made for your business or new logo? Ed, thanks, dude, but I have that covered. Appreciate the offer, though. Actually, I have somebody I know in real life that can make shirts. And then I also do like a drop ship or whatever that's called. Okay, so we got that one. With this one. This guy goes on this guy. That's too little to fucking be able to fit my big hand in there. So we'll glue it to the back of the drawer on this one. There we go. I'm running out of thick CA glue. Okay. I got this guy. Gets one of these. Then we get this guy. Also gets one of those. There's a hummingbird. A hummingbird just flew in and flew out. Did you guys see that? Did you guys see the little hummingbird just flew in by the garage door there? That was cool. That was cool, man. Okay, those are glued. Now, I gotta think. What do I want the drawer pulls on these to be? And I'm thinking a nice little piece of walnut, dude. Safety glasses. Yo, what up? I can't read that. Is it Tallis? This is redwood. This is this is from a redwood fence post. Yeah, it's redwood, and I'm gonna use walnut to do the to do the drawer pulls on it. Yeah, I did. I have made them out of the Doug fir. I made some out a while back. I made some out of just a Doug fir 2x4, and they actually ended up looking good. Like if you sand Doug fir and put a good stain on it, it looks pretty good, dude. It's got a nice grain. All right, so let's get these drawer pulls figured out. I just did just cut all kind of different cool little shapes for these. So. So yeah, so far we are 2 hours and 1 minute in. We've been able to build 4 boxes from one little piece of leftover redwood 4x4. And I'm thinking by the end of 3 hours, we'll have 4 of these built and stained. Damn, that is not wanting to. That was a major boo-boo ass thing to do right there, bud. I do want this one on there, though. I've been a carpenter before, like as a job a long time ago. I've always kind of done woodworking off and on, but I've never had a shop until last year. I was able to turn this garage into my shop. But yeah, I remember being a youngster and like going out to my grandpa's shop, and him and his buddies out there screwing around making stuff. My old man was a carpenter. Yeah, I don't necessarily like the building houses part of carpenter. I just wanted a shop where I could come out and build cool little things. So that's what I did here. Hey, Mike, have a good night, man. Happy Father's Day, sir. This one. This little dude. Yeah. So the goal was that I had set for myself once I started this was I was going to make these and see how many I could get done in 3 hours, start to finish. And it's looking like I have another 55 minutes for this glue to dry. Was that? What happened there? There we go. For this glue to dry. And we can move along. I kind of like this shape, dude. That's a cool shape. Dovetails. No, I have not made a dovetail jewelry box. I do every once in a while practice my dovetails, but they are not that great, to be honest with you. My dovetails. I don't really have a lot of extra time to be practicing that too, but maybe we'll get there. I saw Leah Hofteling is a woodworker. I follow her, and she was talking about she does She's been just doing like 5 or 10 minutes in the shop before she gets started in the shop. She'll do like 5 or 10 minutes of dovetail practice. And I'm thinking that might be a good idea. Okay, we're gonna let that glue dry there. Get the glue out of the way. Well, now it's time for that magic moment, dude. Putting the oil on the boxes. Everybody's favorite time. And I think for these, I'm going to use not the 100% tongue oil, but I'm going to use the Minwax tongue oil finish for these ones. Do I have any of that? Yeah. No, that fucking kind of solid, bro. Guess it got too hot in here. My tongue oil finish turned into a solid, so that sucks. What I do have, Danish oil. Let's go with a natural Danish oil. Hit one of them with that, see how it looks. Maybe we could switch up the color on the Danish oil. How long did it take you to make it? Oh, we're trying to get a nice cool breeze. Kind of want to put a dark Danish oil on this, dude. Let's do one natural, see how we like it. I don't think you really need to shake Danish oil, but yo, come on, bud. Oh, damn, that was a fucking tough one, my guy. What's happening here? I have a faulty fucking cap guy? Bruh. Come on, dude, what the fuck? Alright, dude. I don't got time to be mucking about, dude. We are on a schedule here, so switch over to. We've got some black walnut Danish oil and some golden oak Danish oil, so let's mess with those. looks good. I'm okay with that. Oh, yeah, dude, that looks great. Yeah, recording always makes it take longer, dude. That's why I tend to not do videos and I just do live streams. Dude, where's that? Where's that one thing, bro? There we go. Yeah, I don't really make videos like that, dude. I just live stream. Sometimes I'll make a video, but I don't actually like. I don't like that part of it, so I tend to not do it. I just do it live. I used to do videos, not for YouTube, but for people, drone stuff, and I'm not a big fan of video editing, dude. It's just not something I enjoy doing, so I just don't do it. So look at the black walnut Danish oil. Really brought the grain out on this redwood, dude, and it made it look much darker, obviously, and like kind of like an old piece of wood, which I like. You know who is you probably already watch him, but who I think is a really good, informative woodworking YouTuber that makes like really good videos, that I get a lot of value out of his videos is it Rex? Is it Rex Kruger, I think? He's got like a shaved head. Dude makes killer videos. I learn a lot of stuff from his videos, dude. All right, man. Have a good night. Take it easy. All right, so here's one of the little boxes, guys. Check this out. Huh? Cute little box, dude. Tom Shady, what up? This one turned out great. Great little box, dude. I think we'll do another one in that finish. Maybe we'll just do the rest in that finish, dude. Look it. I definitely like how that dark walnut or the black walnut colored Danish oil affects the redwood, dude. I think it looks really neat. We've got 44 minutes left, guys. 44 minutes left to complete these boxes. And then we would have made 4 boxes in 3 hours out of a leftover piece of redwood fence post. So very, very affordable project. I could probably get 30 bucks each for one of these. And so it puts it about 40 bucks an hour-ish on these ones, which isn't the best, but it's also not bad. Oh yeah, happy Father's Day, guys. And thanks everybody for hanging out on both the platforms that are getting streamed to right now. Both platforms do not like the other platform being mentioned, I've noticed, so just not going to do that, I guess. Hey, Bill. Mr. Bill, yeah, I am a dad. My daughter is grown. She is fucking super cool. And yeah. She lives out of town, but I was able to talk to her today, which was cool. Whoa, what the fuck was that? You guys missed it, man. Earlier, a little while earlier, a hummingbird flew up into the shop for a second. It was very cool. Oh, man. Yeah, I hope they're all right, bro. It's not a good time for that. They'll be all right. Actually, they'll be okay, bro. Damn, look what that did to the grain. Very fucking nice, dude. Very nice. I like the Danish oil, man. It's kind of like a one and done. When I put the wipe on poly or whatever, I got to do multiple coats. You know, the Danish oil is like put one coat, you're good to go. Good to go. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, dude. Yeah, bud. Yeah. Very nice, dude. Well, that's an easy way to do that. Why was I doing that the whole time? We're putting some Danish oil on these redwood little jewelry box, little keepsake box things that we made. The style of box is bandsaw box. And I'm putting a Watco black walnut Danish oil on it, so it'll protect the wood, makes it look fucking awesome. And I have some really nice walnut ones that I made with like obsidian drawer pulls and stuff like that. And so I wanted something to have on my table that was also cool but not as expensive. So that's what these will be. These will be in the $30 to $40 range. Whereas the walnuts are going to be more in the $60 to $80 range. Yeah, so I'm planning. I have a vendor booth at this upcoming reggae festival in July. It's called Lakeside Jam. It's in Kelseyville, California. Ozo Motley, legendary Ozo Motley, is going to be there. The Expendables are going to be there. It's going to be a kick-ass show, and I'll have a vendor booth there selling my wares. So if you guys are around the area, dude, come to the show. It's going to be dope. Listen to some good music, dude. There'll be other vendors too. I've met a couple of the other vendors that are going to be there. I've met them at other events. There's going to be cool shit there. It's going to be nice. It's family friendly. Kids 12 and under get in free. It's going to be cool. Lakeside Jam, Kelseyville, California. Check it out. Guys, we're going to be done in, looks like, at about 2 hours and 30 minutes on these, which is super nice. I'm going to go back and just give them a wipe down. One more wipe down, remove any excess material so we don't get any splotchy zones. Let's try the golden oak at a different time. Oh, dude. So I'm gonna go back through. There's some of these that have a lot of material on them, and I'm just gonna wipe them down. Get any excess off so you don't end up with like big splotchy areas. Hey, Kevin England, what's happening? Kevin England, we're at 2.5 hours to make 4 of these redwood bandsaw boxes, dude. Start to finish. Stained and everything. 2.5 hours. So, if we can sell them, they'll be a good little money maker. And if we can't, then I guess we got a bunch of bandsaw boxes to hold on to. This one's good, actually. Yeah, let's get that out of the way. Actually, let's try these upside down. Yeah, this is the black walnut Danish oil on redwood. Yeah, I dig it too. I think it looks dope. I'm gonna go get rid of this properly. I'll be right back, guys. If you rewind this episode a bit, you'll see a little while ago a hummingbird flew up in the garage door. Checked this out and then took off. It was cool. It was cool. All right, so here we go, dude. Let's take a quick gander at these. Made all 4 of these here live tonight. Live in the shop. This one's a super tight fit. But yeah, look at that, dude. Beautiful. Come on. Here's another one here. And here's another one of those little ones. I like this little one, dude. That's a cool little box, bro. Yeah, Benners, we made all 4 of these tonight in 2 hours and 31 minutes. 2 hours and 31 minutes. We made 4 of these from scratch, all the way to finish. Bam, dude. Bam. And they were made from a redwood fence post. So, you know, pretty affordable material. What's happening over there? How you guys doing? A couple people in the room over there. What's up? What's up? What do we got here? Dude, 2 days off per week is not enough. Work's a fucking scam, bro. Not enough. Anyways, y'all, I'm going to hit it, man. I'm going to go to bed. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. 4 bandsaw boxes, 2.5 hours. We got her done. We did it, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.